Game one of the 2026 NBA Finals did not disappoint as the Spurs and Knicks went down to the wire. The game was tied through three quarters, but the Knicks' poise and experience carried them in the fourth. Jalen Brunson, who shot just 12 of 31, nonetheless played right through the bricks and made a clutch three and another tough fall-away jumper late in the fourth to lead the Knicks to a 105-95 victory. He had 30 points and becomes the first Knick since Willis Reed in 1970 to score 30 in a Finals Game 1. The Knicks were down 14 points in the third quarter, but tremendous offensive rebounding coupled with the Spurs making just 2 3-pointers in the second half allowed the Knicks to steal Game 1 on the road, finishing the game on an 11-0 run. Making their first Finals appearance in 27 years against these same Spurs when led by David Robinson and Tim Duncan, the Knicks are now 13-2 in these playoffs and 7-1 on the road, winning their 12th straight playoff game. It's the first time San Antonio has lost a Game 1 of the Finals in their history, as they were 6-0 until the Knicks came to town. Victor Wembanyama had 26 points and 12 rebounds for the Spurs, but he shot 6 of 21 from the field in his Finals debut. Game 2 is in San Antonio Friday night.
What are you seeing from your team when you're down double digits that's allowing them to continually come back and secure these victories down the stretch?
These guys are resilient, man. They get better as the game goes along. They really try to pay attention to the details that we're throwing at them. They're trying to bring energy in multiple efforts while being physical without sending them to the free throw line. And then they know, we got to play fast. You're playing against good teams now, and you can't go against a set defense all the time. And, we were down double digits tonight. We were also down double digits Game 1 against Cleveland. And for our guys just to stay with it is huge, because anything can happen in a 48-minute game as long as you stay the course. And I tell you, in the first half, the officials did a good job. They're human. They're calling what they see. But, I always like to say hello to them at first. I jumped them all right away. And then I apologized to them. I said, hey, I should have said hi to you guys at least first and then jump you. But I didn't do a good job of keeping my mind present in the game, and neither did our players. We were all bitching too much at the officials, and I tell you, Rick Brunson was great. He told me to shut the hell up. Sorry, Mom. He told me to shut up and be quiet, and he told the rest of the team to be quiet and leave the officials alone. And it was great of him, because we were all kind of losing our mind, and I did it. The rest of the guys did it, and it helped us put our energy elsewhere, especially in the second half.
Right up here front, Coach.
The microphone, we'll get one to you. Start with Mark Spears right here in the front row on the right.
Coach, can you just talk about Wemby tonight? Seemed like it kind of took him a while to get going. I don't know if it was first Finals jitters or just the way of the game, but how did you see it?
Yeah, I have to go back and look at the film. Felt like, he missed a few shots early, and we got to get him moving in space and towards the rim, whether that's on rolls or running in transition, but we need the pressure on the rim and the force in the paint. And then they did a good job, obviously, being physical and showing crowds, but, we need to do a better job of establishing that early on, for sure.
Rachel. Fourth row on the right. Rachel.
Hey, Mitch. Just wondering about some of the early in the shot clock threes and what you thought that was about.
Yeah, I don't have any right now that I felt were egregious. There was definitely a stretch there in the second quarter, I know, where, we want to play with pace and we want to hunt threes in transition, but we also want those to be in rhythm and feel like they're our shot. And there might have been some questionable ones. I'll have to go back and look at the film. But again, it gets tough when you get nitpicky with that stuff. I'll have to go back and look. But we definitely, again, didn't have enough pressure on the paint all night, whether that was in transition or in the half court. And we got to make sure we're still putting force in the paint. And we'll still get our threes up with that. But we can't work outside in. We got to go more inside out for sure.
Mike Finger, San Antonio Express News. Mitch was just talking about the need to get inside more, to establish more of a presence inside. Did you feel like you did what you needed to do in that regard, and how can you improve on that in Game 2?
No, of course not. I agree with the coach. And I
I mean, it's the same. Every team guards differently, you know. I'm going to figure it out. It's, yeah, I mean, I was bad tonight. It's not more complicated than that.
Fourth row on the right, Tim.
Tim Reynolds with the Associated Press. Victor, you guys were up 12 or 14, whatever it was, midway through the third. When did you feel like things were slipping a little? Was it quick, or was it just simply just they just started making more shots? Was it something just simple like that?
It was quick, I think. I think we let that one go.